Hi, Rita. Hi, Miriam.
Miriam. Hi, April.
Congratulations, April. Mazel tov. You're muted. Does she know she's muted?
You should.
Can't hear you.
Thank you.
Whatever you said, it sounded great. Look
It's
good.
fine. No, it's exciting. We've known for a while, but we just didn't tell Julia. She asked us for permission to marry her, and we had to keep it secret. So there you go.
Oh, how they grow up fast.
Thank God. No. It's like the days are long, the years are slow. No, it's the other way around. It's nice. Here's our agenda. Where is it?
Hello,
Is that Melissa?
it is.
Hey,
I'm just trying to get Zoom to pop up on my old computer. 1 second. I just have to type in the meeting code. Four, oh, 7, 3. P. S, C. Mhm. Haha. I think we have success.
Wonderful.
Oh, I can see you all.
we can't see you yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to click on that. How's that?
Good.
Good. Hey, there I
Great.
see myself too. Okay. Perfect. Shall we call ourselves to order?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just bringing up Gmail now. How is everybody?
Good.
Good.
Thanks.
Okay, Becky, I can't see the agenda yet. It's loading.
Okay, so the agenda, first call to order at 6:20.
Yep.
6:45 review agenda.
Okay.
6:30 is meeting with the police chief for updates, and 6:45 is review letter regarding appropriate emails.
Okay,
And-
so go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I just sent out the final version with some edits. So Rita and April, you should have that, and Linda, you should have that final version.
Okay, I don't, you mean one other than the one that was with our packet?
Yeah, it just,
I'll reload.
Melissa made some edits that I added to it, and after Donna looked at it.
There was a few commas that.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
it.
I worked with a copywriter whose purpose was to eradicate commas, so it's,
Oh, did you?
yeah. So it's, I don't use a lot of them because they were all eliminated. But they're always good to have.
Mhm.
No, yeah, it was just a few there that, you know. Is there anything anyone would like to add to the agenda or anything like that?
Nope.
Discuss, okay,
I just want to remind everybody that with the 7 o'clock meeting with the Finance Committee, I did not put in public comment because it was a short amount of time.
yeah, I understand. I saw that and understood that. Okay,
I think Jeff's raising his hand, Melissa.
okay, hold on a second, Jeff. I'm just logging into my email so I can bring the letter up. Okay. Going back to seeing everybody. Okay, there you all are. All right. Jeff, was it public comment oriented?
A brief public comment.
Say that again.
Brief.
Yeah, quite brief, and then you'll be rid of me for the rest of the night.
Okay, if you can do it in 2 minutes, go ahead, because we don't really have that on our agenda.
Oh, yeah. This is referring to the Shutesbury Elementary School discussions that are going to happen later.
Yep.
To the FinCom School Committee. I'm hoping not to have to be a part of that, but I wanted to mention that a couple of years ago, I created a graph over time. I think it took in 15 years or so, that showed on the same graph different axes. The Shutesbury Elementary School enrollment over that period of time, the budget over the same period, and the staffing levels over the same period. And you could see it all, and you could see how they were reacting to each other year to year to year. I thought that was a pretty good graph to have in any kind of discussion of finances and SES, just so that everyone was aware of what the trends were over time at the school. So I did that a couple of years ago. I don't think it's been maintained, but I guess my recommendation to the Select Board, FinCom and School Committee is that the school be asked to maintain that graph and keep the data similar, so it's apples to apples over the years, just so that town officials can have a better idea of where the school is going, where it's been, where it's at, and where it's going.
Okay.
So that's my suggestion.
Okay, thank you, Jeff.
All righty, have a good meeting tonight, guys.
Thanks.
So, thank you.
All right, does anybody else have a comment? At all?
We have Jan coming on at 6:30.
Okay, so we have 1 minute. Is there any updates we need, Becky, in 1 minute?
Just a reminder that when you go to, if we can be done at least a minute ahead of 7 or at 7, we need to go to a different Zoom address. So you want
Yeah, I was
to do that.
planning on a couple of minutes, in
great.
case anyone would like to get something to drink or whatever in
Well,
between.
So that is a different address. I just wanted to remind people of that.
Yeah, no,
And
that's,
which one should we use, Becky? There were two, both the Finance Committee and the School Committee are up on the agenda
The
there.
Select Board has it on its agenda as well.
Oh, okay, a second.
Yeah, the same
Oh,
one
okay.
that the school and
Oh, okay.
Finance Committee has.
Okay,
Whichever is easiest. You could,
okay,
all three should work.
okay, great,
They
thanks.
better work.
to lead to the same place.
Yes, that's my hope.
All right.
In the agenda, where is the,
All right,
I'll find it.
I used the one that was on the website.
All right.
I don't always use that one. Usually I use the one in our packet, but that's where I found the information.
Okay. It's also, yeah, okay, I got it. We're good. So we're still waiting for the police chief.
We are. I did get a text. Who's it from? Nope, not him. Okay.
So I don't think we have any minutes to approve, so.
I don't think so. I was looking for them. We don't usually have a spare minute like this, so
Yeah.
Dan's trying to get in. Could you check and, oh, that would be me. I don't see him. Oh, I guess he's just having a hard time with the login.
okay. I had to type it in a couple of times as well. So, but that might have been user error.
Well, that's- I like just pushing it, going to the pre-type version because they're so difficult.
Yeah. There is the setting, you can make the setting a digit without the letters. If you go into your meeting settings, you can hit numeral password or the one that it gives you with the upper and lower.
Huh.
And numbers are easier for people to type in.
It's so much easier just to go to their website.
Well,
I'm
it is, but
on-
if you're trying to work, like my phone
Ah,
doesn't click on it that way. I don't know, maybe I have to change a setting in my phone.
oh my goodness.
I still don't see him.
Yeah, 1 second.
So I have a quick question. For some reason, my shutesbury.org email disappeared. From
Oh,
everything from my desktop, it's still on my phone, but I tend to use my desktop. What do I do? How do I get it back?
Do you usually use Chrome?
Yeah,
You should be able to, if you're in Gmail already, if you
Yep.
go to the upper right, it should have
Yep.
one of your other, click that profile button or
Yep.
that, it should drop down and it should have all your Gmails that you've connected.
Not showing.
it doesn't. It's not there anymore. It's
You'll have to
gone.
add the account again.
So do I
At
have
the
to have a password? And
Yep, you'll have to put in the password. So if you go down and it says add account, you'll put in the address and then it'll ask you for the password.
that I have no idea what the password is. Would I have created the password or would somebody have given it to me?
I created one
I
way
think-
back, but I don't know if that has changed.
I think mine was
Okay.
I created.
I think mine was created by somebody else because I don't have it written down in my little password book.
I have one of those too. You need them. It's almost like managing a checking account.
Yeah.
So
So
if I can't find that, is Grace the person I should talk to, do you think, or?
Web committee? No.
Yeah, I would talk to Fred.
Oh, Fred, okay, good.
there must be a way of, I forgot my password.
You know what happened? The strangest thing happened. That disappeared and my son's email, his
Oh.
Gmail account showed up. So I was getting his emails. It's
Oh
so
my God.
bizarre.
Do we
We're
have,
getting his emails?
Yeah, it's like his Gmail account showed up where it had been shutesbury.org before. And then it was starting to, it was starting to get emails there. It was like, do.
I am here.
yay,
Hey,
There
Dan.
you are.
I tried to go on the website and type the password in, and I could not get in for the life of me.
you don't have to type it. If you go on the website, you just have to,
No, the link wasn't highlighted. It wasn't highlighted like it was in the email.
Huh.
I don't know why.
okay, you're here, thank goodness. So I got through to you.
So what brings you here?
I have an update for the police department.
Okay.
So I believe Becky's going to be able to get you something. Becky, did you get a chance to email it?
Did I email it? I may not have.
That's not a big deal.
Oh, because it wouldn't. It wouldn't scan. Do you have a copy of it, Dan?
Oh, I don't need a copy of it.
Everybody,
So,
go ahead.
okay. So, I've actually had a opportunity come up outside of police work, and I will be pursuing that opportunity, and I will be putting in my resignation effective last week, I think Wednesday, and I will be. I think my last day will be March 6th. It's been something that I've thought a lot about and mulled over for quite a few months now, but it's been something that I think is going to be the best for me personally in the future. So I think that I've been very lucky to have great people around me in the town of Shutesbury and working with great people every day. And the select board's been phenomenal and gave me an opportunity to either sink or swim. And I think I did, right in between the two, at least. And I think it's been a learning experience, to say the least. As Becky and I always say, we don't have to look for the excitement because it always seems to find us. It's been a learning experience and a good one. I've been lucky to meet a lot of great people in the town of Shutesbury, and I've been very lucky to have a town that I believe truly does support the police department and supports what I was trying to do with the police department. And that meant a lot to me. And it meant a whole lot to the officers that are out there on the road doing their job. This is not something that I took lightly. It's not something, it's a big change for me. It's leaving something that is certainly a steady job and something I don't have to worry about as much to go into something that is a little bit more of the unknown, but is a decision that I think I have to make for myself, and is the best decision for me right now. But I just cannot thank everybody in town hall. Linda, who I haven't seen in very a while, but always great. Working side by side with just great people. I think that I always tell Becky this, and I've told, I'm sure, countless other people this, the amount of volunteers, the amount of input, and the amount of participation in local town government in Shutesbury blows my mind in comparison to a larger town that I live in, like Wilbraham. I don't think people really recognize kind of how things are still allowed to kind of move and make the world of Shutesbury go around with the people in the offices that are working for the townspeople. And I am always surprised by that. But I've been lucky enough to work side by side with those people for a good while now, and it's something I'm going to miss, certainly.
Well, Dan, you have definitely not fallen in between sinking or swimming. You've definitely have swum quite well, actually, and you've exceeded my expectations. I don't know how the other select board members feel, but we've had the benefit of having you, even if it was for a short time.
And your philosophy of community police work, and I know that, when we, put a ban on top of town hall, that might have been intense, but it was an intense time. And I think you rose to the occasion, and we're very grateful and gracious about it all.
And I might add, in my short time, I think I've been impressed by your willingness to engage with the public, and both demonstrated at public meetings and other meetings that I know you've had with townspeople. And be a good listener.
Yeah. And I assume you have lined up a perfect replacement for us. You got that?
Well, yeah, I've had an idea on somebody. I don't know if they're gonna want to apply for it at this point. But I believe that, and I truly believe that there really is a place in Shutesbury for a dedicated full-time police chief. I truly do believe that, and I think that if anything, the recent times that we're going through shows that we need to have somebody that's going to be proactive and get out there. And Rita, actually, I think Becky and I are working on another open forum type platform for within the next month, maybe less, in order to kind of dive into some more specifics of the police work that we do. And I think that that's exciting for me. I really do think that the impact that, and not this year as much, obviously, but the impact that the officers and myself can have on the school level and be able to meet the children at a young age and really engage with them at their level and not make this a kind of like a constant battle where some towns or cities may be dealing with. I really do believe that at the end of the day, and I impress this upon anybody that I may hire, I'm Dan. So the whole idea that there's, Chief Fernandez and then so-and-so, it's not the case. I mean, at the end of the day, when these officers, or when because I plan on staying on part-time somewhere if I can, retire from being an officer, they're just back to being Dan or Marcus or Kristen. And I think that some officers do forget about that, but I really do believe that our officers in town of Shutesbury don't think that at all. And they know how important it is to make friendships and be kind and courteous to others no matter what. Because at the end of the day, it's a job. And we take it very seriously, but we need to remember that we're no better than the next guy or girl.
Right.
Thank you.
So now what? We get a
Well, no,
motion?
panic doesn't have to ensue. There's be no panic ensuing. And as I talked to Becky, I am here. My new business venture doesn't start until May 1st. I know my last day here would be March 6th, but I will be available in order to make any transition to be the smoothest that it possibly can be. And we really don't have a very high bar to go by from the last one.
Oh,
So
that's not true.
we're so
Yes.
really, if I just open the door for the new person, then I think we're doing better.
Right.
So there will be there'll be no certainly no rocky start for the new individual that comes in, whoever that may be. And I mean that. I think it's going to be it'll be a good thing for the town, and we will make it work.
And
Thank
we'll
you.
work you every minute.
No,
August
Becky, I have no doubt in my mind.
You've got a lot of ideas on the events and how to respond to last week's meeting where people still are eager for more information. And I think we can keep working in that direction, and hopefully whoever else becomes the new Shutesbury Police Chief will continue valuing community policing like you have, and enrich our community.
Well, I really think that's important. And I think that, and I do not want to toot my own horn in any way. But the choice between myself or the other gentleman that we had one negotiation with from out east, I think that finding somebody that's a little more, use the word grounded, is going to be a good choice for the town of Shutesbury. I think that there really is a lot of great things that can be done and can continue to be done, utilizing the great officers that we have and continuing to move towards a department that is as transparent as we really can be. Because, you know, in 90% of what we do, transparency is completely able to happen. And if that is something that's going to help, you know, produce better and more productive relationships with members of the community, then that's what we need to do. And there'll be, you know, 15 cops behind me saying that it's not going to happen, but I think that it can and it has to. And whether it starts in a town of 1,800 people and goes from there, then that's what it is. But I think it can happen. I really do.
Thank you, Dan. Becky, do we have to vote on his resignation letter tonight?
We can, yeah.
We don't have to accept it.
Mhm.
No, we don't.
I'm,
That's very true. I don't think you have to accept it. You don't have to accept it. You're right. That is,
Okay.
I think that's true. I just don't know how I would approach that.
maybe it'll be better if you do vote on it.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to accept Chief Fernandez's I almost said retirement letter, resignation
Resignation.
letter. Thank you.
So moved.
And I'll second that.
All in favor?
Carol, I.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye. Thank you, Dan, for coming to our meeting.
All right. Well, I'm not dead or anything, so I'm
No.
not going anywhere anytime soon. I'll be here.
Okay,
Thanks,
thank
Dan.
you so much.
Okay.
Okay. The next is the letter that we are writing. Does anyone need it on the screen or has everybody seen it? Rita?
I just
April?
read it.
Did-
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just-
April?
Yes, I've got it here.
Okay. Does anyone have any further edits that they would like to?
So what were the edits that you made? There were punctuation?
So the edits that I had made was just a little bit of changing around of, there was two sentences that were very much the same. I took one, I suggested one come out, which in the second paragraph, if I remember correctly, in the second paragraph down, there was two sentences that said the same thing. The select board is responsible, and it was at the head of two paragraphs.
Yeah.
So my suggestion was to take it out of the third paragraph and just leave it standing in the fourth.
It looks fine to me.
Yeah, looks good.
They were
Good.
helpful edits.
Actually, it was a good project to do today. I kind of needed that editing today rather than producing. Okay, so is there anybody else have any suggestions for edits before we vote on approving the letter?
No,
Okay, all in favor of signing the letter to be sent to Rolf Cachet Schilling?
Carol, I.
Stein, aye.
That was a bad motion. Anyway, a
Oh.
motion. Sorry, let me go back and do
It's a
it again.
motion.
A motion. Do I hear a motion to
So
accept
moved.
and sign the letter? Thank you.
And I will second that.
Okay, now.
And then I'll vote for it too.
Okay, all in favor?
Carol, I.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye. Becky, can you print it off and stick it?
It's
Stick it.
already, it's in your box.
Okay, perfect. I'll either do it tonight or tomorrow morning.
Okay, sounds good. And
Good.
there's only one other thing we need to get done is to approve the personal action form for Mary Ryan.
There's that.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve the PAF for Mary Ryan?
So moved.
Okay. Any questions or such? No?
Who is she? I have no idea who she is.
Oh, she's the contact tracer for the town.
Oh, okay. And she, how is she paid?
She's the backup contract
Oh,
tracer.
I'm sorry, back up.
Yeah, so Arlene Reed has done all the contract tracing to date. The Board of Health got very concerned over the post-Thanksgiving time. Things
Mhm.
got extremely busy for her. And so they found that Mary Ryan has a medical background, is doing the work in Leverett. And so we're bringing her in on as needed basis, and at $30 an hour, is a medical position. And so it'll be if they need it. She's willing to step up if Arlene needs support.
And does
And
that come out of the Board of Health budget? Where's,
it's coming in out of the Board of Health COVID grant.
okay,
They have new grant money that will extends to, I think, June 30,
okay,
that will assist in doing this.
okay.
So will we need to write a job description for her for this
It's
position?
already the same work that Arlene is doing.
Okay,
And we have one.
okay.
Okay,
So I think April made the motion,
Yes.
right? And I will second it.
and all in favor?
Farrell, I.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye. Becky, stick that in my box too, and I'll get that at the same time.
They're together.
Oh, perfect. Very efficient. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to cover tonight? Does anybody have any questions? No?
No.
Okay. All right. Shall we adjourn for this one and pop into the next one?
Yes.
Linda, did you have a question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Raise your hand.
Yes, I just quickly wanted to remind you that articles for the newsletter are due by January 29th, so you might want to just kind of be thinking about the select board article.
Okay.
Sounds good.
April, think about it, okay?
I know. I'm so glad I'm retired. I mean, this is worth fun. Could I do it? Would you let me?
Yes,
I think I'd vote for that if,
yeah,
you know,
you have my support.
I've already been thinking about it, so there.
Good.
Okay,
All right, so we leave this and then rejoin,
okay.
right?
and we'll, yep. So why do I hear motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Oh, Miriam,
Miriam.
do you have a question? Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Oh, bye. All right. Well, see you on the other side.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Good luck getting there, everybody.
Yes.